What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for a attempt at Global Challenge back in the Kia Optima. It's been quite a while since we've driven this car, but I saw that they were at Suzuka, and I quite like Suzuka in my limited seat time on it here on iRacing, so we're going to give it a whirl. I ran literally one lap of practice at my Q lap, so I'm sure that Muhammad is going to come tell you all in the comments how he did a 206 flat. But regardless, I'm excited. Should be a lot of fun. We have 4 Kias, although one gave up and disconnected immediately. 9 car field, it looks like, but it's going to be 8, obviously. We'll see how it works out. A couple of the slower Cadillacs seem to be very slow and all over the place and have a lot of X in qualifying, the 8 and 9 car specifically. So we'll see. Hopefully everybody makes it. Hopefully there isn't too much chaos and death, and we can make it through this one in one piece. So yeah, I'm excited. Hope you all have a great Thursday. If you haven't watched it already, make sure you go back on Tuesday and check out the Diet Dr. Pepper Gen 4 race at Darlington and yesterday's K587 series race at the Rockingham. Unfortunately, I haven't. That race hasn't happened yet. Yesterday's, so if yesterday's K5 race is like 8 minutes long, like I've said before, I missed the show. So hopefully we make the show and at least get a race in, and have some fun with that. So make sure you go check those out. Love the oval leagues I'm part of right now. Good cars, good tracks, and I'm having a lot of fun. But I had to get back and do some official road racing because it's been a little while. So have some other plans for the rest of this week. We're already halfway through week number 11 now, which is wild. So it's been a great season. I will have probably the Monday of the end of the season, like the day before the build. I'll probably have a season recap because I got all sorts of stuff I've been working on. Kind of some of it that you've seen, PCC Pro GT stuff, and then some other stuff behind the scenes that you don't know anything about. So wanted to kind of recap that and break down how the season went. So yeah, I guess we'll grid up here. We got 3 Kias that we're going to be around. Adam is pretty good, and John seems to be experienced as well. So we'll see if we can have a good race with those guys, survive, and make it through this. And I think the title of today's video is going to be trying not to spoon off tracks. Since last time here in the Ford GT2, I did a lot of off tracks
Come on, guys.
and
Please pick the
mistakes at
code.
spoon corners. So that's going to be number one goal: save some tires, have some fun. 25 minutes should be straightforward. And I'm excited. I'm excited very much. So make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you are new. We'll continue to have good iRacing content, other racing games, everything else I normally do. So thankful for all of you. But let's get on the grid and we will get ready to rock and roll. Do have a fast repair here in case we need it. If I can type. All right, 25 minutes. I have no idea how long that is. Probably, I don't know, 10, 11, probably 11 or 12 laps, I guess. So yeah, we'll see how this works out. Should be a lot of fun. Again, we'll let Muhammad come tell you how to go fast in this. I'm just going to try to survive in this, and we'll call that good. So, yeah, it's been a while since I've driven the Kia, but again, I really like Suzuka, and need to get some more seat time here and try to figure out the track a little bit more in case we ever have to come in here in a pressure situation that actually means anything. Did a lot of driving around here by myself. Of course, the video you saw from the Ford GT2, that was here last season, I think. Was a big therapy drive. I talked a lot about life and philosophy and all sorts of other stuff, but the race wasn't close because it was just me, if I remember correctly, as far as GT2s. So now we actually get to race some people and some other Kias, and hopefully it's good, hopefully it's fun, and we'll see how this all shakes out. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to shut up, try to get through these first couple of corners and laps, and then we'll see how it goes. But I appreciate you all, and let's get to it. Oh, make sure you grab your drinks and your snacks. Can't forget that, drinks and snacks. All right, now we can go. All right, we all got through the chicane. That's why I wanted to start a little early, get us spread out, make sure we didn't all trip over each other into there. 16 seconds is a nice gap up to the Cadillacs. Hopefully everybody gets going and survives and makes it through the first corners up there. Hopefully being the key word. Not optimistic, but we'll see. Again, as usual in the Kia, tire saving is the name of the game. use the string theory. And again, I'm not fast in this car. I never was, but I do enjoy driving it. It makes me practice a lot of patience. This car is very finicky as far as how to make longevity and make the tires last and work for you and still provide some decent lap time. So it's a good exercise in how to be patient and work on your throttle control. So it's always good to get back into it every once in a while. But it looks like all three of us here, the leader's already gone, looks like, in the Cadillac, unless he's missed the track somewhere. I don't know what's going on now, but it looks like. But the three of us still alive, these Kias, so that's good. Cadillacs, again, the more laps they get underway, get some tire heat, everything, they'll start to hopefully pull away and get some space so that even if they have incidents or mistakes, they'll still stay away from us. That's the hope and the goal, at least. So just be nice and chill, nice and patient. I don't necessarily need to or want to run away from this guy. I think that we could go an awful lot faster. That 15.7 was obviously my best lap considering I only ran one practice lap, but that was obviously a full tire shredding Mach Q lap. So yeah, I'd much prefer to just play nice and chill here. Nice and slow, make sure we have some tire left to conserve, especially while they're still cold and getting up to temperature. And then again, if we need more pace later, hopefully we'll have some in reserve. Guy behind there ran a little bit wide. This isn't a huge drafting track. Obviously, this straightaway down the 130R and the front straight are quite long, but not ginormous. 9 car has had more issues. He had, I think, 10 or 12x in qualifying, so that's one of the cars, again, I was worried about. A little bit deep into the chicane since we went defensive there. Guy had a really good run behind us through 130R. We got through there clean. We survived the first lap. He seems to be just as much on pace as I am, so that's good that we can have a nice battle here. But yeah, anyways, he's gonna definitely be able to hang in the tow. This is a semi-heavy draft track, just because the straightaways are so long and it's so twisty, especially in this car. But at the same time, it's semi-difficult to pass here because there isn't a true, like designated big overtaking zone. Obviously, turn 1 is like a fast kind of kink before the real first part of the actual corner. The main hairpin has a kink before that as well, so it's really hard to just lunge up the inside of someone. No true, big brake zone passing area other than the chicanes, so makes it tough, makes it interesting. But again, that's a challenge, makes it fun. So we have dropped John here just a little bit. He's not gone by any means, but 3 seconds. Front 2 of us here. Again, still just taking it nice and easy, nice and chill. Again, we're going to have 11 or 12 laps here, I would assume, so plenty of time. A lot of racing to do. Got to make sure we have some tire left to be in good shape, conserve. Probably a little bit too deep into the hairpin that time there for me, but we made it. So yeah, been a really long time since I've driven the Kia. I don't even remember when the last time was, to be honest with you, but it was probably against Mohammed at Spa, which I think it was in like week 2 or 3 maybe, so been quite a while, but good to get back in it. Felt pretty at home with my 1 practice lap, so guy behind ran a little bit wider there again, but he's still close, so he's clearly good and fast through 130R, a little bit more commitment and tossing it up in there than I was comfortable with that first lap, so he's gonna definitely be all over us here. Going to go defensive into here again. Again, very tough in the front wheel drive car, especially the passer on the outside of there. So we covered it off. You can have a lunge, but very difficult to make that pass unless I really mess up or we're just going to make contact, which at this point not concerned about. 16 flat's actually a decent lap though. So might be driving still just a little bit too hard, but again, it's hard to judge not knowing this car track combo really at all. So guy behind there, you can already see entering very, very hard into the corners. He's making good lap time right now, but the last couple laps he'll probably start to feel that if he continues to drive that aggressively with his front tires. That's the hardest part about this. The guys that are really, really talented, the Mohammeds, the other guys that drive this car a lot, the K-Dos, they find lap time while saving front tire, and that's something I can't do. I can do both, but not together usually at like an A+ level. You know, if I want that little bit extra speed, I do have to burn some tire. If I want to save some tire, I do have to back up just a little bit as far as my pace goes. So not quite at that level in this car, but I still enjoy it quite a lot. It's a good, fun car to drive. Again, a little bit too deep into the hairpin there, just a slight mistake. I always think it's going to stop and turn better than it is through there especially, so. I was going to say, he went in there to spoon corner very, very deep, trying to complete that pass. That was never really going to work. I didn't, again, that was all started by me not getting through the hairpin really at all, but he had a dive at it, but again, these front-wheel drive cars don't like to change direction around the outside quickly like that, so that's going to be tough in the spoon. Sounds like he may be using first gear behind us there, which, again, is probably good for lap time, but it's an interesting choice. I don't think any of the super fast guys hardly ever use first gear in this car. Just really shreds the front tires with wheel spin and tire heat, so. Had to enter a little bit more aggressively there just because he was close with the big toe. I wanted to take my normal arc into turn 1, but didn't want to leave an opening in case he really had a dive, so we're all good. Still alive. Again, we've kind of dropped John now, 6 seconds. Doing a good job protecting my tires, it feels like. We're not really pushing ever, but obviously we got to keep the pace at a decent level to stay ahead here. I think passing is going to be quite difficult, so don't want to get behind. We'd rather keep the track position while we have it. Guy behind's definitely pushing hard, which is fine. All right, let's get this right now, Justin. Get stopped, get the nose in, there we go. That's better. A little better at least. Wasn't perfect, but it was at least good enough to get off that corner for a change, which is nice. Again, just managing here through this long right-hander. Really easy to, again, just blow the front tires off, trying to do too much. Get in the spoon pretty well. Again, guy behind entering quite aggressively. So yeah, it seems like that kind of 3 to 4 tenths, he can get really good toes up here, so have to be mindful of that. See if he has another dive around the outside into the bus stop. That was actually a lot tighter that time. I turned in really, really shallow, expecting him to turn in to try to make the corner, which he did, but we made it, so that was all right. We're good. Still okay. Oh, that was a big old dive there. There wasn't really room to go. Glad he backed out of that, but I left him space because that was, again, sticking your nose somewhere that there was never going to be room. There we go. Still a little bit deep in there, but we made it and it was okay. We are kind of just towing him around now. We've pulled 9 seconds back to John, so we're kind of just pulling him around, but not the end of the world as long as I'm still maintaining my pace that I want and placing my car where I want, I guess. So a little more gap now this time, 7/10. Hopefully we can get through 130R decently and not be under immediate threat, but of course we know he's capable of having big dives under braking, so gotta keep an eye back. There we go. Decent enough through there. Another 16.5. Not my best driving here so far, but it's been good enough. Again, these S's is really where you'll feel it. They're really easy to burn your front tires off and not really have much you can fight with even, so. You can just override it and carry that entry speed, but you just do so much front tire scrubbing if you choose to do that. It just does not work.
Benjamin, do you go down the first on the hard left? I was just asking if you go down to first after the overpass.
He missed his entry into the hairpin just a little bit that time, but had a good exit, so he should be able to stay in tow range.
You know, like the hairpin left. I don't know. Sorry. All good.
Apparently the Cadillac guys are getting lost. That's okay. A little bit more gap this time. 8/10. Again, hopefully we can get through here decently. Got through there pretty well. Decent exit again as well. Keep us safe down the front straight. He's still going to get some tow, of course, but we're starting to get to that point where we're starting to break him a couple of corner sections. About 11 minutes left, so we are just past halfway. So again, 11, 12 laps somewhere in there.
Turn you're going through now.
A little more aggressive turn one there from me.
Yeah.
Just trying to get away while we have a little space here.
Right here. Second. Thank you.
Little bare hairpin that time. Exit was decent. I still think that the leading Cadillac, leading couple of cars, will probably come lap us, so we have to keep that in mind. At least the 2 car, I would think. Just starting to break away now, just a little bit. If we can get through 130R in the chicane, okay, maybe. It's kind of a similar position that Muhammad put us in that spot. Just as soon as he got out of that kind of 1.5 second range, we didn't have strong enough toe to just even keep up. So Carl's done the same to us before, so. Not a great chicane that time for me. We gave up about half a second, just sloppy. It wasn't even bad, just we needed to execute and we didn't. We gave up half a second because apparently I'm not aggressive enough or not doing it right or who knows what, but we're still safe distance-wise. Overdrove the shit out of turn 1 that time. Thankfully we lived. So that advantage we had staying away is all gone, back to nothing for this lap, so still okay. Starting to push that a little bit harder, but we're still trying to keep the temps out. Still try to keep them okay, happy enough. Guy ran wide behind us again. 8 car lengths. Guy had a big slide behind, just used a big stab of the brakes. Slid all the way through the center in the apex, lost a lot of ground there, and didn't get off the corner, crucially, so. Going to be about 15 car lengths or so by the time we get to Spoon Corner this time. Still, again, decent exit, 12 car lengths or so, but he's going to get a little bit of toe. He'll get through 130R really good, because he seems to be really good through 130R and through this third sector here. Tried to get in there deep and brave. It was okay, I guess. Just okay. That chicane seemed a little bit better. We again kept him from gaining half a second at least, so a little better lap also. Not a lot better, but just a little bit better. So this is the lap right here. If we're going to break him, this is the one. Drove turn 2 just ever so slightly, but got it stopped and corralled. We're good. I could definitely be better. More practice would have been good. More skill would have been good, obviously, but I'm having fun, so that's what's important, right? Guy behind actually got through that section pretty well. Also got through the hairpin well behind us, so he's pretty fast. He's quite good, keeping me on my toes and honest for sure. Actually been a little faster on us this lap, so not out of the weeds yet. He's clawing back in, so. One second, definitely within tow range. So he's had another great lap. We're under 5 minutes to go, so probably 3 laps left for the leader. So we'll get 3 laps left here this time for us, obviously. He's just flying through 130R in a way that I cannot do. And the last chicane, for that matter, actually. All right, well, let's assume we got 3 laps left. Still close. He's not done yet. Still close. Obviously, all that tire saving in the front half allows us to push a little bit harder now, not to the point of overdoing it, but just we can afford to slide a little bit. We can afford to heat them up just a touch, especially if it means staying out of draft range or whatever, just because we have that amount that we saved the first half of the race. So still don't want to just boil them off and go crazy, but we have a little bit more to play with here as far as them not just immediately combusting. I really like this corner here. That's a fun corner. Guy behind's picking up a lot of 1Xs there, running too wide on exit. Just about even through there that time through the hairpin. Alex might not catch us. He's got 2 to go. We'll be coming to 2 to go. I don't think he's going to catch us, actually. Again, just that kind of 10, 11 car lengths. He's going to get a big toe here, big run through 130R, close up through the chicane, and be right back at that 6, 7 car lengths down the front stretch again. He's very good. I pussied that one, Jesus. All right. All right, 2 to go. Popsicle sticks. He's honestly been better than I have this race. It's just we've had track position and haven't made any mistakes, or at least not serious ones. Because he's crawled back from pretty far behind to get back in the strong toe range and still has the tires left to hang with us. So either I have not done as well as I thought I had, or he's just really, really good, or both, honestly. So still a lot to play for. Again, just about broke even through there. He's up about a tenth or maybe 2/10 from the previous lap, though. So still close. I am now driving honestly quite hard. Like I'm not holding anything back anymore. We're having to go. We're having to find everything. Got to get through this 130R bear. That's 3 or 4 tenths every lap I'm giving up. So that was not it. Damn, Justin, come on. All right, well, he's right on top of us now. All the gap that we've had and been giving up through 130R and the chicane is gone. 1 to go. Really buried it on entry there, but got it stopped. Shredding the fronts now on this last lap, asking everything out of them. Don't want to overdo it though, don't want to give it away. He had a little bit of a nose shove through the hairpin. Got off of there okay, but he had just a little bit of a slide. Gotta get through Spoon well, obviously. Did get off of there well. 12 or 13 car lengths, just gotta be nice and smooth through here, no mistakes. No major things, everybody's already done and left. 2 corners. It was pretty chicken shit, but we made it. He really sent it. He's way off track there. I almost overdrove the hell out of the bus stop. It's fine. Awesome race, Adam. That was great. You are really, really, really good.
Wish I could say the same about you. You pushed me off the track twice, chopped me twice, and the block was legit, but yeah, good race.
I mean, I thought it was all fair game, man. If you want to talk about it and ask where I pushed you off track, I'm happy to look at it. I felt like I put my car where I need to put it. I don't know what he's up with that, but I don't know. I mean, I'll let you be the judge. We'll go watch those first couple of laps, but I don't think I put a wheel wrong. I don't think I made any move that put him off the track at all. He was the overtaking car, was never ahead of me, not once in this race. So actually, let's go watch from his point. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe he's just salty because he couldn't pass me because I didn't burn my tires off or make a mistake. I don't know. I don't think I'd pushed him off at all. I think he made his own mistakes and the passes he tried to make weren't there, but we'll go watch. First time into this bus stop. Didn't push him off. That's all fair game. Again, when I'm moving around defensively too, I don't think he got that quite right. That's not a block. That's, you're allowed to defend. Like, I'm not just gonna lay over. So yeah, we'll see what he's talking about. I don't ever felt like I made a block or pushed him off. Here again, second lap into the bus stop. He's in there really, really deep. Yeah, I mean, I didn't push him off there. I'm on my line. Went up the middle, turned in, got to the corner first, which was my right as the leading car. Never pushed him off. All right, we'll see. He did get to me here one time in the spoon, so he's off to the right. Okay. I don't know what you want me to do. I get to the braking marker first. I'm ahead. It's my corner. I'm up the inside. I can't just disappear. He has to go around the outside. I talked about it live. I didn't push him off. He ran off by himself trying to make a move happen that wasn't going to happen. That's not the same thing, man. Again, I was kind of a bitch through here. Again, I just sucked through 130R for whatever reason. Again, went defensive into the chicane. He didn't have a big send that lap. Never again got alongside me, I don't think. I mean, I felt like my car positioning after years of doing this, I felt like it was perfect. I thought it was beautiful. I did everything I needed to do. It was a good race. At the end, we just had more tire and could do things a little bit differently again here in the chicane. He's close enough to have a big dive. We're even, but again, my corner on the inside, I never move my line. I never defer from this kind of inside middle. I never go back to the left. Get to the corner. Apex is mine. Job done. I don't know. I mean, he never again, I don't think at this point, I don't think he ever gets alongside me ever again for the whole rest of the race. So Because I think it was lap 6 that he had the big slide, and after that he never caught me again. So we'll just make sure I'm not missing anything here. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure, people, in all fairness. This is the lap he had the big slide. Yep. I mean, he touched the grass there on entry. I don't know. Let's hear what he said live. I want to hear what he said. I want to make sure I'm understanding this right, just in the interest of making this fair to him. If I drove dirty or anything, tell me, let me know. I felt like my car positioning was absolutely perfect. All right, let's see what he has to say here.
Awesome race, Adam. That was great. You are really, really, really good.
Wish I could say the same about you. You pushed me off the track twice, chopped me twice, and the block was legit. But yeah, good race.
I don't know. Tell me if I'm crazy. I didn't push him off the track. I never moved. I went defensive, picked my line, held it. I never chopped his nose. I mean, I chopped his nose in the terms of he was not alongside me, so I can turn into the corner. It's if he's going to stick his nose in somewhere into a closing gap, that's not chop. I mean, even in oval racing, that's 50-50, but we're not oval racing, we're road racing. And again, he was never alongside me enough to warrant space, and when he did, I left him space. I picked my line, went defensive, held it. He's saying the block was legit. I don't think I ever threw a block. I don't throw blocks. Again, going defensive when you're coming out of 130R and holding driver's right, that's not a block. That's picking a defensive line. So I don't know. Maybe he's just not a road guy and doesn't really know what he's talking about with road etiquette, which is perfectly fine. It's legit, but don't tell me I'm not a classy or quality driver or whatever when you don't know what you're talking about. So, um, yeah, anyways, we'll go check out the results, I guess. Not very often I have to go back and look at my own driving and make sure I'm not being a dickhead, but I think I was perfectly within my rights as the leading car there. So 22 iRating is great. We get up to 4420, go over 4400. Had good fun. Yeah, he picked up 13x, so he was using all the track limits, sliding all over the place. Thankfully, he got 21 iRating out of it, so he's up over 2200 now, which was good fun. That Benjamin guy did end up getting DQ'd in only 10 laps, 18x. And then Wade, again, didn't even bother starting the race, so whatever. I mean, let me know your thoughts, seriously, down below. Let me know what you think. If I was dirty, if I was doing something incorrect or driving beyond my means, whatever, seriously, tell me. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I want to hear it. But I felt like that was all clean, was all fair game. Honestly, it was all pretty perfectly executed because I did what I had to do in the couple passing zones that there were to make sure that he couldn't make a pass. And if he's upset about me chopping his nose, that's fine. I understand that, fully understand that, because again, I probably did, but he was never close enough to have anything other than a big send into a heavy braking zone and be a dive bomb basically, essentially into the S's. So if he's upset about that, fine, but don't say that I ran him off the track when I did no such thing. That makes me not want to ever give a shit about your racecraft ever again. So I don't feel like I did anything wrong, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it like I did for the entire week leading up to Darlington. So, anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. I'll probably do some clickbaity tagline thing, and we'll see what happens. I'd love to get as much feedback as I can, but we'll take that. I appreciate you all so much. Make sure you drop that like again, sub down below. Don't want you to miss any of the action from iRacing, other racing games I play, anything else I do. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you, and having a lot of fun right now, and really enjoying racing, and we're on a good roll right now. So appreciate you all so much. Till next time, as always, bye.